Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Shoeboy, and as always, I'm bringing you another video, another tutorial. I know there's been a lot of tutorials recently. However, I am here to tell you that as of next week, I will have some different content for you guys. I have a collab plan next week. I have some really good content the week after, and even a video plan for the week after that as well, that are not going to be tutorial videos. So I've told you next week is collab content, the week after is going to be a bit of trade content, and the week after that, I'm going to keep it a secret, but you guys should be excited for week 2. I think it's a very good video idea. I haven't seen anyone do it. I think it's going to be really quite interesting. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. Today we are talking about everything XP related. This is less of a sort of tutorial and more of a guide. And I'm going to be sharing with you a method that you can use to get 50,000 XP per hour. So if you're looking to level up your account to start trading or to send people KR, this is definitely going to be the guide for you. So probably the most important thing to note is that XP directly correlates with score. This means that the amount of XP that you are going to be earning per game is completely dependent on how much score you are able to get in that game. For example, if you finish a game with 4,000 score, you are going to get 4,000 experience points. Now, of course, this means that specific classes and specific game modes are better to use than others. When taking into consideration the classes that you're going to want to be using, this is highly dependent on badges, which are the thing that actually gives you the XP. Badges are most prominent on default settings. I have them switched off, but sometimes you will see badges pop up on your screen when you get a kill, and different badges that you earn give different amounts of score. So you should always be earning 50 score for a kill, and then obviously headshots can be more, double kills can be more, quick scopes can be more, slide kills can be more, jump kills can be more. You get the idea. So double kills, triple kills and quad kills are examples of badges that you could get that will increase the amount of score that you are earning. And this is where the sort of class debate comes in, because obviously it is a lot easier to get a kill feed with something like AK than it would be with crossbow. You also have to take into consideration class specific badges that give extra score. For example, the quickscope badge on the sniper will give you an extra 25 score for each quickscope that you get. So obviously your class of choice is definitely something that you should take into consideration when you're grinding experience. Now, most people's go-to choice for getting lots of score is sniper, of course, just because of that quickscope badge, and in my personal opinion, it really depends on what you're best at. If you think you're going to be able to get more kills and more specifically quickscopes with the sniper, then definitely pick sniper over something like AK and SMG. But if you know for a fact that you're going to be going for those feed type badges instead, then I would definitely pick SMG or AK over sniper any day of the week. At the end of the day, it does come down to personal skill and preference, but we also do need to take into consideration the game modes that you are playing. So of course, at the end of each game, you get the option to vote on what map and game mode that you want to play next. If you are purely grinding XP, I'd completely ignore the map side of things and only focus on the game mode. Now, if you're a lower skill player and you still want to grind experience, then you obviously do want to be going for those team-based game modes such as Team Defender, Hardpoint, Capture the Flag, game modes like those. Now, in Team Defender, the objective of the game is to hold the orb for as long as possible. You should be earning about 20 score every 1.5 seconds, and obviously over the course of a 4-minute game, that score really starts to add up, especially alongside your kills. This of course makes it a very good game mode to grind points on, whether you're a high skill player or a low skill player. And of course, if you are a low skill player, you have your team there to defend you as well. And Capture the Flag, I believe it gives 100 points per capture, and you also get points for returning the flag to your base. Hardpoint works in the same sort of way. You get points for sitting on the objective and just soaking. Now obviously, if you are a higher skill player, some of the FFA game modes are definitely going to appeal to you more. For example, Free-For-All, Deposit Free-For-All, and also Cranked. As a higher skill player, playing these free-for-all game modes over a team-based game mode is definitely beneficial in my personal opinion, because in a team-based game mode you can only have up to 4 enemies against you, whereas in a free-for-all game mode you can have up to 7 enemies against you. So that really just maximizes the amount of potential players that you could be killing for score. However, the team-based game modes do sort of balance it out a bit. It does make it easier on you if you're a lower skill player, and you do also get the extra points for completing the objective of the game. So there is a nice mix of XP earning game modes for all sorts of skill ranges. The one thing that I will say is there's also some official customs going around of 12-player lobbies. They're mostly free-for-all, I think. They might all be free-for-all. And if you are a higher skill player, of course, these might also appeal to you if they are active, because then you'll have up to 11 opponents against you who you can just easily kill over and over again for that score that directly translates to XP. One thing I want to quickly mention as well, I did check and ranked does also count towards your XP. Now the score that I got in my ranked game when I did test this and try it out for myself, it was a little bit less than the amount of XP that I actually got, which means ranked might have like a sort of experience multiplier when it comes to score. It wasn't a crazy difference. I'm theorizing that it's close to a 1.05x multiplier. As you can see from the screenshots that are now on screen, I started the game with 35,787 experience. When I finished the game, I was at 42,387 experience, a difference of 6,600 experience. And as you can see in the Faceit game, I had 6,305 score. So I actually ended up running another Faceit game just to double check my numbers, and I actually ended up gaining the exact same amount of XP of 6,600 for playing 2 rounds of Faceit. Just to note, both these games did result in a win. I'm not sure how playing more rounds or how a loss would differ your XP in any way, but this means that ranked has a set XP and doesn't go off your score to my knowledge. Anyway, I did just want to spend a quick bit of time mentioning that, but now we're going to get on to the actual method that you can do to earn 50,000 XP per hour. It's a pretty simple method, there's not really much to it, just make sure you get 4,000 score in every 4-minute game. This is, I found, to be about average for me to get in a 4-minute game. And if there's 60 minutes in an hour, you can play 15 games total, which totals about 60,000 experience every hour. But if you account for search times and lobby switching, that might go down to around 12 to 13 games, which is obviously where the 50,000 XP figure comes from. Because of course, who can be expected to sit in the same public lobby, getting the same amount of score every single game for a straight hour? It's just a little bit unrealistic, so you do need to allow for that time to be able to switch lobbies if you need to. Now of course, I do just want to clarify that not all of you are going to be earning this 50,000 XP per hour figure. This is just about what I've been earning on average and what you should probably be earning if you're of a similar skill level to me. I guess what I'm trying to say here more or less is that 50,000 XP per hour is about the limit. A really good player could maybe push this up to 60,000 XP per hour if they do get really good lobbies. However, from my experience and just my general knowledge on the subject, I don't think you're going to be able to earn much more than 50,000 XP per hour, which is why I think that this is the greatest XP earning method there is. And of course, if you're not able to meet this 50,000 XP per hour mark naturally, this is when I would suggest using my tips earlier on in the video, such as being very strict about the classes you play and watching what game modes that you are playing in order to maximize the amount of XP that you are able to get from each game. But I mean, that about does it from me. I've pretty much gone over everything that I wanted to talk about. So if you have enjoyed the video, please feel free to like and subscribe. It lets me know that you really do appreciate and enjoy my content, or maybe you find it helpful, and it inspires me to keep going and making videos like this. In exactly 11 hours from recording this message that you are listening to right here, I have to get this video uploaded. So if that doesn't show my dedication of sorts to getting these videos out for you guys, then I don't know what does. Or maybe it encaptures my laziness, who knows, but I made it in time, right? I'm pretty sure I made it in time. On the screen now, there should be popping up some videos that you may or may not be interested in, so if you are interested, please feel free to click them. It really does help out my channel a lot. But apart from that, thank you all so much once again for making it to the end, and that's about it from me. Have a nice rest of your day.